Hello Voltheads, you are watching the self-proclaimed, sarcastically named Captain KeyForge, also known as PJ Broughton of the Steel City Snufflegators. Okay, so here we are again. The second of my English Dark Tidings deck openings. I know the packet's upside down, but I think that is the way that shows the house layout, so that's the way I'm going to open it. But yeah, today is going to be the second of my English decks. As I said in one of my other videos, I haven't bought many because I was worried about not getting an evil twin and having to throw a lot of money at the second market to get an evil twin deck. So I have only gone for the 3, and there we go. Yep. So let's see what we get with this one. So we have got Drac. Again, that is not the way the last one came out. So, okay. Drac Layer Raider. And as you can see, it is Sanctum, Unfathomable, and Star Alliance. The last one had Star Alliance as well. And the last one had Sanctum, but then the other house was Saurian. So let's see what we get here. It's the second one I've got that had Unfathomable, so we can't really have many complaints there. Because yeah, I've opened 4 and I've got 2 that have got the new house in, so can't really grumble about that. So let's whip out the Tide card and the Archon card, and then we'll turn over and see what we get. Okay, so first of all, we've got Sink or Swim. Play, choose one. Your opponent discards a random card from their hand, or exhaust a creature and each of its neighbours. 2 of those. Portal. Play, if the tide is high, archive Portal, otherwise raise the tide with an amber pit. That's quite good for trying to chain with and play multiple times. And then we've got Horrid Sign and Power 4 Poison. That's it, but yeah, you fight into something. If you get through the armour and deal it damage, it is going to be destroyed. Hookmaster. Power 4, 1 armour, fight. If the tide is high, your opponent loses 2 amber. That's quite a good one. Like a bit of life fight control. That's for amber control. Frigorific Rod, action, exhaust a creature or artifact. That's turned out to be reasonably good with Unfathomable if there's the right cards to go with it. So let's see if we've got some of the right cards to go with it. 2 of those. Bubbles. Play, put an enemy creature on top of its owner's deck. Power 5 creature. Wrath or Ruin. Choose one. Destroy a flank creature or return 2 enemy creatures to their owner's hands. And 2 of those. Spark Fist. Power 2 Skirmish. Fight, stun and exhaust the creature Spark Fist fights. That's quite good. Not quite as good as Valakant, but that's still pretty good. The Chosen One. Now this guy's good. Instead of readying creatures they control during their ready card step, your opponent deals 1 damage to the Chosen One for each exhausted creature they control. That is some nasty shenanigans with terms of stopping them readying creatures. It's a shame you haven't got the destroy an exhausted creature steal 1 card, but that's not bad. So now we go on to the Star Alliance, and the first card is Unity or Discord. Action, play, choose one, use a friendly non-Star Alliance creature or return up to 2 friendly creatures and each upgrade attached to them to their owner's hands. Technobabble. Play, stun a creature and each of its neighbours that it shares a house with. Shield You Later. Power 3, 2 armour creature, but Shield You Later may be played as an upgrade instead of a creature. With the text, this creature gets 2 armour. Science Officer King Can. Elusive. Power 2. After a player chooses an active house which matches no cards in play, steal 1 amber. And then Lieutenant Kirker. Power 5, Taunt, Hazardous 3. Good, strong, beefy creature protecting some of the other creatures. And 3 of those. Wowzers. Okay, now, Commander, or some sort of communications, I imagine. CR will stand for something. CR Officer Hawkins. Power 2, deploy, play game 1 for each of CR Officer Hawkins' non-Star Alliance neighbours. That's quite good if you can play it in between something something else. Amber Vac, that's an interesting one. Player raise a tide. This creature gains at the start of your turn if the tide is high, capture 2. That's a nice bit of armor control. Teresa, power 3. Teresa may be used as if it belonged to either of its neighbours' houses. Teresa may be played as an upgrade instead of a creature with the text, this creature may be used as if it belongs to either of its neighbours' houses. You definitely want to get that alongside other creatures. Then we've got Stunner, 1 amber, upgrade, this creature gains Fight Reap, you may stun a creature. The Ulfbert device artifact. Each player cannot choose the same active house they chose on their previous turn. Well, that's fun. It's gonna be another one of those artifacts that makes the game very different, and as well probably could do with house tokens to keep track of what people have chosen. I like it. It'd be interesting to see it in play and see how effective it is. So then we'll move on to the Sanctum. Okay, and first of all we have got Staunch Knight, power 4, 2 armor. If Staunch Knight is on the flank, he gets +2 armor at +2 power. So it becomes really quite beefy. Hammergram, deal 3 damage to a creature and stun it. 2 of those. Grand Melee. Destroy each creature that does not share a house with at least one of its neighbours. Bulwark, power 4, armour 1, assault 2. Each of Bulwark's neighbours gains assault 2. Badge Magus, deploy, power 4. Fight, ready and fight with each of Bad Magus's neighbours one at a time. Red Hand Registry. I like that, I've been after a deck with that in. After amber is stolen from you, your opponent skips the forge a key step during their next turn. You've literally heard me say in other videos, if you've watched them all, that's a card I wanted. So again, that and the groundbreaking discovering logos are the only cards I've really set my heart on from this set. So I'm happy about that. I'd like to see Epic Questing with it, but if it's not there, it's not the end of the world. But yes, I wanted a deck with that card in it. Radiant Truth, 1 amber. Action, play, stun each enemy creature not on a flank. Light Everlasting, 1 amber. Action, play a Sanctum creature from your discard pile anywhere in your battle line. That could be quite handy, especially with the Bulwark assault business. Hadrif's Wall, that's a good artifact. Each friendly flank creature gains +2 power. So if that comes out with the knight who gains 2 power for being on the flank, they're going to be strong. Ooh, 2 of those. That's going to make my flank creatures very, very beefy. And then what have we got there? Lightsmith Clariel. Before fight, you may switch Lightsmith Clariel's power and armor for the remainder of the turn. Okay, so what have we got? Creature, artifact, and then action, artifact, creature, action, creature, artifact. Well, quite artifact heavy. Upgrades. We got one, and then creature, upgrade, creature, action, creature. We've got 2 creatures down now. Action, creature, artifact, creature, action. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 actions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures. Not bad. Artifacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Quite a few of those. And duplicates. And then 2 upgrades. Again, pretty average by the numbers in terms of the breakdown across the types of card. Amber, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A little bit lower than the last one, but again, not exactly nothing. Okay, and then lastly we'll look for amber control. Okay, I mean, you can argue that you can't forge a key if you steal from me. Four cards, a very, very, very stinky 4 cards. At the start of your turn, capture 2. So if the creature that gets played on dies before it gets to your turn, it doesn't even trigger. Poor. I mean, it's all right in terms of the raise the tide as a card. I quite like it, but again, as if that's your only amber control in the deck, yeah. So not ideal. So we've got, at the start of your turn, capture 2, fight your opponent loses 2. After a player chooses an active house which matches no cards in play, steal 1, and red hand registry. That's good. May never trigger all game. May never trigger all game, and may never trigger all game. It's got 4 cards, but quite frankly, for amber control, you could borderline call it 0. What do I think about it? Well, it's got red hand registry, which is a card I really, really wanted, and I'm glad I've got it in a deck. I think with amber control like that, it's going to be next to useless in most scenarios, because one, that I've got to fight to trigger it, one that will only trigger at the start of my turn, and one that we've got to choose a house that's not in play. How much control have I got over all of those things? Where is play Ronnie Wristlock's steal 1 or steal 2? I mean, I know you can't, but how many creatures have the ability to play your opponent loses 1, or play you steal 1, or play you capture 1, or something? Those 4 cards being the only amber control in there, yeah. It's going to have to be very good at everything else to make up for the fact that virtually every pip of amber they generate, or every reap they do, they are going to get to keep. So I'm really happy about getting red hand registry, because it's a card I really, really wanted. It's just a shame that I think it's in a below par deck. I don't think that's even going to be an average score particularly. I think that is going to struggle in an awful lot of circumstances. But plus side, I've got a card I really, really wanted, so I'm happy about that. We can give it a play and see how we get on with it. Thanks for watching, so feel free to like and subscribe. I love comments and criticism, so please feel free to leave those. I'll hope to see you next time, but until then, may the forge be with you.